I want to talk about Sword in the Marines' top secret special forces. In the last chapter of One Piece, we got a lot of information thrown at us, and that episode's 956 if you want to go back and read it. Now diving into the episode, we get Koby talking to somebody else on a snail phone, and through that snail phone he gives a secret code, and then come to find out it's X Drake. Now in my opinion, I think this was a great idea on Oda's side. I know there were some theories out there that people thought that X Drake was always a Marine because who kind of joins the Marines and quits, and that is kind of hinting at Aokiji at the same time. So here it is. Here's my theory. I believe that there are 7 known members of the secret Marine force Sword. Why do I think there's 7 members? I think there's a lot of evidence pointing to these 7 specific people in the Marines, and it showcases why they're a part of the Sword members. Now, Sword is the Marine headquarters top secret special force led by X Drake, and that's shown in the panel where it shows him talking to Koby. It says top secret special force Sword Captain X Drake. I mean, maybe there's a higher level than that, but I'd assume that it's him as the elite guy. Now, I know just like you guys, I had a lot of questions involving Sword, what they do, what their mission is, what they're trying to do, who do they incorporate themselves with, do the Marine Admirals know about them, does Sengoku know about him, is he a Sword member? I believe that their operations involve undercover missions to monitor Yonko activity. Koby and X Drake were shown contacting each other to brief on urgent developments, and that was shown in the last chapter. Now I think this next bit of information is really special to Sword and why Sword is different than CP0 or CP9. I think that the world government isn't informed of who Sword is and what their motives are. I don't think they even know they exist. Even bet that the Gorosei don't even know about them. Kizaru was not aware of Drake still being part of the Marines at Sabaody. He could have been playing a ruse, but I don't think he was. I also think that this organization has been around for a very long time, and I want to go further into that by saying that their leader is Garp. Now, I think the information fits perfectly with Garp being the leader. Now, if you remember, Garp is among the Marines that disagree with the system and how things are run. Now, I think this because they aren't necessarily friendly to pirates, the Marines that is, and he follows more of a morale justice instead of the absolute justice that the current Fleet Admiral utilizes. And going off of that information, let's take a look at Koby. Koby works directly under Garp and is a member, so it's likely that Garp is aware of the unit. Also, Garp is old and has a lot of connections with pirates and Marines alike, so he's in a position to pull strings. And going from that, admirals have to always be on the public eye, and the Gorosei always know where and what they are doing. Garp refused to become an admiral. If you see what I'm hinting at, it makes sense. Garp refused to become an admiral so that he could still keep being part of Sword. Garp also used influence to make Koby climb the Marine ranks so fast. I mean, last time he was a captain and now he's like a rear admiral or something like that, right? So he could get his freedom and be able to partake in the secret activists of Sword. That's what he probably intended for Koby. Obviously, I said this video had 7 members, so I also think those other members are X Drake, Koby, Garp. I believe the other Sword members are Fujitora, Smoker, the last admiral we haven't seen, I can't say his name right, Rigokuyu or something like that. And then last is Aokiji. Now, Aokiji has followed in Garp's footsteps, so I think he's a Sword member too. Going off of the information of what I just said and why I think these other 4 guys are part of Sword, if you look at all of them, they all have morale justice. Fujitora wants to get rid of the Shibukai. He left Luffy alone. He helped him. Aokiji was always helpful of Luffy. He had the opportunity to kill him and he just let him go. He helped those guys out. Same with Smoker. Smoker believes in Luffy. Smoker helped Luffy out when it came down to all the stuff that went down in Punk Hazard. There's a lot going on between these members and why they're probably a part of it. And then it makes sense for Aokiji because now he's paying attention to the Yonko Blackbeard just like X Drake is paying attention to Kaido. I do think there's one more member of Sword, but it kind of throws the theory off a little bit and goes against what some of the things I was saying, so I kind of think this of more of a side idea. Now, that person I think is Akainu, the new Fleet Admiral, and the reason why is because he was depicted with a sword on his arm in one of Oda's drawings, and that's kind of the insignia of Sword. Now, it kind of throws it off because he is what stands for absolute justice and he's fought Aokiji, but it would also be a really good cover-up, if he kind of fronted with Kobe about the fight, because it was Kobe who stood up, so it would make him seem really in with the Gorosei. He's pointed out that you don't have to the Gorosei, don't pay attention to Aokiji anymore, he doesn't matter, he's just a dog that sided with Blackbeard, and that could be a cover-up. And then maybe he also brought on the other two admirals that are part of the sword, and he might be finding a way to overthrow the Gorosei or something. Let me know what you think about that. I don't really believe that theory. I do think the other 7 members are a part of the list. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you guys want to support, head over to patreon.com/AnimeGoGoWatcher, and later.